Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain how a hash map works internally, including how it stores data, how hashing works, and what happens when two keys clash. Before we dive in, let's quickly understand what a hash map is. A hash map in Java is part of the collections framework, and it implements the map interface. It stores data in key-value pairs, where each key is unique, and each key points to a value. So the key helps you find the value later. A hash map stores data in key-value pairs, where each key is unique, and each key maps to a value. Internally, it uses an array of buckets to store these key-value pairs. Buckets are like small containers inside the hash map. Here we can clearly see that an array of buckets is created, and this bucket contains the key, value, and hashcode. How does HashMap decide the bucket? When you add a key-value pair to the hash map, it uses a method called hashcode method on the key to calculate a number called a hashcode. This hashcode helps HashMap decide which bucket to use. The following formula is used to calculate the index to store the entries in the hash map. In the following example, we have created a hash map, and using the put method, we have added the key and value to it. Here, Java generates a hashcode for the key Alice using the hashcode method and then uses that code to find a bucket where it will store the value 50. For example, if we take the key Alice with a hashcode of 12339 and an array length of 16, the index is calculated using the given formula. After the calculation, we get the index as 3. This means the entry for Alice will be stored in the bucket at index 3 of the array, as shown here. What if two different keys return the same hashcode? Sometimes hashcode method generates the same hash for two different keys. This situation is called as collision. To handle collisions, the hash map uses a linked list inside the bucket to store the key value pairs. In the above example, if key Aman returns the same hashcode as Alice, then we will get the same index after calculation, which is 3. So, to store this entry at index 3, a linked list will be created, as shown here. From Java 8, if a linked list in a bucket has more than 8 nodes, it is converted to a balanced tree to improve performance. How does HashMap retrieve data? When retrieving a value using a map.get method, the HashMap calculates the hashcode of the key to find the right bucket. Then it uses the equals method to check each key in that bucket until it finds a match. This process ensures that the correct value is returned, even if there are multiple entries in the bucket. What happens when the hash map becomes full? When a hash map becomes 75% full, it automatically increases its capacity by doubling the number of buckets. For example, if the default size of a hash map is 16, it will resize to 32 when it reaches 75% capacity. This process is called rehashing. A hash map also allows one null key, which is stored in a first bucket. It can store multiple null values because values are not part of the hashing process. These features make the hash map flexible and useful in various situations when working with Java. I hope this explanation of HashMap's internal working helped you understand it better.